name's Rachel and I'm here today to do a video about my goals for 2018. So at the start of this year I filmed a video about what my goals were for the year, and I also did like a bookish bucket list, and yeah, I had some goals. So I'm just gonna like check in and see where I'm up to and see what I've got left to do and all of that sort of stuff. Very exciting. So the first goal that I had for 2018 is that I wanted to read 24 books. So this was because last year I set my goal to 100 books on Goodreads and I read like 98 or 99, and I kept picking up shorter books that I wasn't even enjoying as much because they were shorter. I was picking them up not because I wanted to read them. And it got to the point, like, I was on New Year's Eve and I was like, oh, if I just finish this book though, if I just pick up a poetry collection, then I'll hit it. And I was just like, it's New Year's fucking Eve. Just leave it. It doesn't matter. So I decided to set it super low this year so that it wouldn't bother me at all. And yeah, I've read 60 books so far this year, so already done that. And more on my way to reading 100 books this year than I was last year when my goal was 100 books. So obviously going low is the best idea. My second thing that I wanted to do this year was to read all of Jane Austen's current, she's not even fucking current, all of her books. There's no current about it. I don't know why I just said that. To read all of Jane Austen's like novels sort of thing. Not like all her juvenilia and stuff, but just like her major works, and that's been going okay. I've read Lady Susan, The Beautiful Cassandra, but in the Little Black Classics, so that had about 3 or 4 stories in it. And then I finished rereading Northanger Abbey a few weeks ago. Next I'm going to be reading Sense and Sensibility, which I'm most excited for because it's one of her proper novels, and everything's either not been a proper novel or been a reread at the moment, and I really want to get into like her actual ones. So yeah, I'm hoping that I kind of pick up a bit more now, just because I've wanted to read Sense and Sensibility for ages, like for so long. And the one after that is Pride and Prejudice, which I've read before and I know is like so amazing. I love that book so much. So I'm really excited for that. So that's going kind of okay. I would prefer to have read a few more books, but I'm not worried because I've only got like 5 left and I've got like 6 months, so it's really not gonna be a problem. What else did I want to do? I wanted to read Anna Karenina this year. So I was planning to read Anna Karenina in bits. So when I read The Count of Monte Cristo, which is my favourite book, I read that in stages because I couldn't read it all together. It's very dense. There's a lot of politics in there, a lot of history, a lot of looking in the notes, because there's so many like allusions to like Napoleon and all of these things that you just like, I don't really know what that means. So yeah, it's a book where you do have to look in the notes a lot. So I was thinking Anna Karenina is going to be like that, and I wanted to read that in bits as well. I read the first 3 chapters of Anna Karenina a few months ago and really enjoyed it, and don't think I'm gonna have a problem with it, so I'm gonna just read that in one. At the moment I'm thinking it might be the book that I take on my holiday. I'm going on holiday in the first 2 weeks of August, and I'm going to be taking all the books that I've already read that are still here in Switzerland, because that's what I do every time I go home or see my parents. And my parents are coming in the car because we're going like on a road trip between like France and Spain, like along the border like that. So I'm going to be taking all of the books I've already read, which means my bag's already going to be quite heavy. So I'm thinking if I just take a big book like Anna Karenina and try and read that in the 2 weeks instead of taking lots of little books. So that's my aim at the moment. I mean, I don't know, because I feel like I'm going to have to take a lot of books anyway, because it's a road trip, we're going to be in the car a lot. So I'm going to read a lot. But yeah, I don't know, I think I'm going to just take it then, and that's when I'm going to read that. So I'm not worried about Anna Karenina. I know that I'm going to read that. I'm very excited to read that, especially from the 2 or 3 chapters that I read. I found it very like consuming and it got me straight into it, and that's why I thought like I'm not going to take my time with this. I'm just going to read it all the way through, because actually I think it's not a book that I need to read in stages. So we have that one. And then the other things were to read 5 graphic novels, 5 poetry collections, and 5 non-fiction books. The graphic novels and poetry I've done both of those, and the reason that I want to read them is just I like to read a book from start to finish in one sitting. I just find that very enjoyable, and I've read 5 poetry collections already this year and like 17 graphic novels, 16 or 17, so that's done. And then in terms of non-fiction, I mean, I put that on there because I always think that I don't read a lot of non-fiction, and I think it's just because my girlfriend reads a hell of a lot of non-fiction, and then compared to me, I always think I don't read that much non-fiction. But actually, I've already read like, yeah, 9 non-fiction books so far, and that's good for me. Out of 60, I've read 9, so that's like over 10%. So I'm quite happy with that. I do want to read more just because I have a lot of non-fiction books here with me in Switzerland, especially a lot of feminism books. So I really want to pick those up. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my non-fiction reading, and so I've hit all of those already. So then the last goal that I had was to read at least 5 books off my bookish bucket list. I made a list and I did a video on it at the start of the year, and these were books that I just wanted to read in the next few years, and I just wanted to read 5 of them this year, and so far I've read 8, so I've already done that goal as well. I have read Agnes Grey, Lady Susan, Beautiful Cassandra and Fahrenheit 451, and then I had a reread section on there, and I've reread Wuthering Heights, Red Rising, Golden Sun and Northanger Abbey, so I'm very happy with that. I do want to read a few more off there. Obviously I will have read Anna Karenina and the Jane Austens off there because I think all of those books are on that list, so I will have read another like 6 off there by the end of the year. On top of that, I also want to read a few other books just because I have a lot of non-fiction on that list and a lot of things like The Essex Serpent, The Handmaid's Tale, things like that, so I definitely want to get to a few of those. That is my goal update. I'm quite happy with how this year is going, and I think I might reach my goals, which will be really nice because last year bombed so hard on reading goals. So hard. So yeah, hopefully this year is going to be a lot better. It's going better already, so that's good. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, let me know in the comments down below how your reading goals are going, or if you've just scrapped them completely because you don't want the pressure, because I would understand that. And yeah, we'll see you in my next video. Bye!